What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel again. Today we're going to be talking about I said videos were coming left, right and centre at the moment. I think I might just got my schedule a little wrong, but no worries. Right, to kickstart things off, we're gonna start talking about the 11th of September. In fact, I'm gonna leave that for another video. Right. We're going to talk about school, I guess. Right. So recently, I was at school. I think it was the Friday we were at school. And so I'm talking to my friend in line, waiting to go into my phone room. And then Louis scared me because he went, "Hi." And as I turned around, my finger went into his eye by accident. And this teacher pulled me up and said, "You shouldn't be doing that, you can get expelled for that." I'm like, are you seriously going to take it like that? Are you seriously going to take a little bit of a touch as corona? You're not even allowed to play flipping tig in school anymore. What's the point in being at school except for learning? There's no point. You don't get to do anything. You don't even get really a break. It's half an hour. We get 45 minutes of break in total. It's like weird and terrible at the exact same time. Moving on to football. Right. As you know, the Premier League and the AFL has started now. So people are happy. Sheffield Wednesday obviously battering Cardiff 2-0. And I'm not entirely sure, give me a sec. I think Sheffield United might have lost today. Alexa, what was the Sheffield United v Wolves game?
This might answer your question.
Yeah.
Wolverhampton Wanderers and Sheffield United will face off at Molineux.
Turn off. Deal. Just get the living shite. Give me a sec. Sheffield United lost 2-0 to Wolves today, so it's not looking good for Sheffield United in the Premier League. Liverpool only winning by 1 against Leeds. It's not very great at all. Now moving on to kids football. Kids football starts on the Sunday this weekend. I think it's good. Kids should be back at football. Coronavirus has calmed down a lot recently. I think over the past week there's been 8 coronavirus deaths, 15 flu deaths, and 24 committed suicide deaths. So it's looking good at the moment. So I think kids should be getting back into football because they're not the main carriers of the corona, which now the government think they are. And then now we're going to talk about the coronavirus. Coronavirus. Right. The news. They have made it sound more scarier than alien invasion. Trust me, we've got a lot more to go through. Bad bacteria has been found in the North Pole that can absolutely destroy humans. It could probably get rid of half of the population because of climate change and all icebergs melting. The problem is climate change, and because all the ice cubes have melted from 100 million years ago, a bacteria were made that got melted in ice, but now, because of climate change, that iceberg is melted, and there is now a bad bacteria going around in the North Poles and the South. So I think we might be saying goodbye to Father Christmas. Also, I think they're taking it a little bit too far in school. It's just stupidly silly at the moment. I don't think they should be going that far. And then, it's for a matter of fact, a Chinese doctor has been over to America, right? Was over America and she was studying about the coronavirus. And she led up to the fact that it was man-made. And now she's in hiding in America with no location whatsoever. So they can't find out where she lives, because if she were to have a location, she'd be dead in a matter of a week. Because they've basically exposed. She'd basically exposed China. China will murder. Trust me, it's happened before. But the media made it sound incredibly scary when it's just the flu, but worse. Literally only a little bit worse. The flu, yeah, it might kill more people, but the coronavirus, if it was a big pandemic, it'd be worse than the flu. It'd be worse than the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu was known to kill people from the age of 13 to 36. But now, the coronavirus kills people with illnesses such as cancer, diabetes, asthma, all that sort of stuff, and people with low immune systems. So it's actually worse because they call the coronavirus a worldwide pandemic virus when they just call the flu a sickness bug that can kill. So it's not going very well. And then we're going to talk about Ebola. So there's been an incredible amount of deaths in Africa recently due to Ebola. Ebola is a disease that broke out in Africa, but never ever went to any other continent. It never came to England. But if someone got Ebola in England, it didn't spread anywhere. I think 1 or 2 people got it at the time it had an outbreak. We've had worse viruses than the coronavirus. Coronavirus has been around hundreds of years. Maybe the reason people have been getting sick a lot is because of the coronavirus before we discovered that it was COVID-19 and we all went into lockdown. That's probably why people started feeling sick a lot. I generally think I'm clear of it now. I've got the antibodies. I can fight the coronavirus. But I also think it's going to change its symptoms every year like the flu. And the coronavirus is actually known to affect men more than women. We've had the SARS, which was actually worse than coronavirus, but didn't kill too many people. Then Then we had the plague, which was incredibly bad. That was just not a virus, that was a killing machine. I think a quarter of the world's population at the time were dead. So it wasn't very looking good back in that time. To this day, I'm so glad that we've now got technology and we've got scientists that can make cures towards these. We've got a cure for the plague, the bubonic plague anyway. We've got a cure. Apparently Russia have made a cure for the coronavirus. We've got a tablet which works 60% of the time. We've got a cure for the flu, which is basically injecting the flu into you and trying to give you the antibodies. So that kind of stuff, it's funny, innit? The world just isn't right at this point in time, is it, really, if you think about it? It's just not the world that we always used to know. Maybe it could be a completely different future. But before you know coronavirus is done, they've also found an illness in pigs, which is like the Black Death, but more than a killing machine. It's like the Reaper. It could kill. At the moment, scientists are working on it, and they've discovered that it could kill about 5 million people in 2 minutes. So they're trying to calm it down before it outbreaks, and hopefully it doesn't outbreak, because there's a lot of diseases that could outbreak at this point. There's the Spanish flu could outbreak again, the Black Death can outbreak again, SARS, Ebola could outbreak again in Africa, which has already happened. The Spanish flu could break out again, the flu can go mental again. Just at this point in time, I'm not too scared at the point, because I don't think any of the viruses are going to kick up. And if to do that is going to be a complete change from the world, I'm going to make another video a month from now talking about if the world has made any progress. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and peace.